Hello, I'm Bob Miller representing AnimationScoop. And
Hi.
so, Adam, Kaylee, thank you very much for joining me.
Of course. How you doing?
Thanks a lot, Bob.
Doing wonderful. So,
Good.
let's talk about your show, Jujutsu Kaisen. Did I pronounce that right?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu
Okay.
Kaisen.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So, so what's so special about your show?
Everything, Bob.
Right.
Yeah, animation, the characterization, really, I think is what makes it special. Is that it's an action anime out on the surface, and then at its core, it's really about uh, uh, pushing through hardship and trying to do the best in a world where you can't always do perfect. And I think that it's a really compelling narrative that is backed up by beautiful animation that seems like it's just always getting better.
Yeah. Yeah. The show's got stunning animation. It's got amazing characters. I always say for people who are not into this genre or who haven't watched much anime, JJK is a great first watch. It has a, some character will relate to you. I promise you. There is a character in here for everybody. Um, yeah, animation, the characters, the story in and of itself, the character designs, the dynamic between the characters. There is just so much to love about JJK.
Well, now tell me what it inspires you about the characters you voice on the show.
Yeah, for me, my character, the character that I voice in English, Yuji Itadori, he's a good boy. He is a character who wants to help other people. And my favorite thing about him that I love so much is that no matter what happens to him that's bad, he still chooses to do good. And he still chooses to push forward and let helping others be his motivation for continuing on. Even when the world is stacked against him, when he's on the floor in the fetal position, writhing in pain because people keep kicking his butt, he gets up and keeps moving forward so that he can help others.
Yeah. Similarly for Yuta, he goes through hardship really early in his life, and I feel like he just once he finds these friends, they help him realize that just because you go through trauma or you have a dark aspect that is maybe haunting you, literally, that actually, you can find strength in your loved ones, and you can use lessons you've learned to turn that into a passion of fighting so that that doesn't have to be the reality for anyone else, or at least do your best to help others out of it, and to pay people back for their support, and their love. It's really, for Yuta, it was about getting a support network, and how important that is, and I feel like he fights tooth and nail to make sure that they are repaid for that.
And then that character continued on in a prequel, correct?
Yeah, so Yuta was in manga wise the initial main character conceptualized, and then the author moved on to Yuji, and then when they did the anime, they decided to take that initial chapter and make it a movie that was Yuta's first primary appearance. He is shown briefly in season one as people reference him, but he initially shows up in that prequel movie, and now that he is in the anime, he's like a year older, and I feel like he has done a lot of development because of the events of the movie and what he's been doing off screen. and so it really creates a unique dynamic between the two, of bridging that gap between the time and how he's grown, and it's really interesting.
Now, Adam, I understand you have a martial arts background. Does that discipline carry on to how you perform your characters?
Yeah, I think so. I've been doing martial arts since I was a kid. I've trained for my entire life. I think if we're talking like, oh, does it help when I make sounds during fight scenes? Like, okay, maybe a little bit, but I would say more so just as, choosing a career as an artist. There's always going to be ups and downs, and I think one of the things martial arts has prepared me for in my life is just being comfortable when things are uncomfortable, and yeah, I think it's helped me to just continue to push on when things are tough, or if there's, in periods of feast, I'm always grateful, and in periods of famine, I'm also grateful and continue to push. So I think all of those qualities come from having a base in martial arts and a life of learning and practicing and things like that. So.
That's great. Well, now, do you guys base your performance on the Japanese, or do you deliver your own version of the character when you dub?
Go ahead, Kaylee. Were you thinking about it?
Y-
I can
Well,
go.
for me, it's a mix of both, right? It's informed by certainly the seiyuu, the Japanese actor's performance, because we do preview it before we go in, but I think overall it's informed by the broader context, their performance, the other actors in the scene's performance, the animation, what I know, having watched the episode previously or that's in the manga. So really, I think I take it all in while, adding myself, because if I'm not adding myself, what, what am I there? They cast me for a reason, and so they trust my instincts for performance, and I have to trust them in their trust that they've placed in me.
Yeah, I think our production process for dubbing is so fast that it really helps us to have everything that we can use for our advantage. It helps us to take advantage of everything we have available to us. So reading the source material in the manga, watching it in Japanese first, I think all that stuff is very important. But to Kaylee's point, you kind of take all that, you let it inform you, and then when you're in there, you forget it. I'm not, trying to create a similar sound or necessarily like hit the same emotional beats. However, there are times when that does happen, and it's not because of emulation necessarily. It's more so because of that's exactly what's needed to service the scene properly. So, but yeah, I mean, it would be silly of us to not watch the amazing performances that happen in Japanese and sort of let those kind of permeate and use them how they come out. So.
Well, now, how much time do you have between the recording and when the show gets on the air as a dub version?
2 weeks.
Two
Two
weeks.
weeks. So yeah. So when you see an episode release in sub, the next week we're in the studio recording it, and then the week after that it's on TV. So JJK, the English is on a 2 week delay from the sub release, and yeah. So there's about give or take, like sending the episode materials over and then getting it back over to be put up on Crunchyroll. There's about a week and a half of production time to get all the actors recorded, to get the script translated, to do all the sound design. All that stuff happens in about a week and a half before it's on TV and people are watching it.
Do y'all record out of Texas?
No, JJK
Nope.
is one of the few animes still recording in Los Angeles. So we're both LA based.
Yep.
Okay, and do you record it as an ensemble?
No, it's always individual. Particularly in anime, you kind of have to do that because we are filling the mouth flaps of the animation that's already produced, and so we have to preview the scene, and we don't see the script until we walk in. So we're previewing the scene, and what we're doing is listening to the performance, watching the scene, looking at the mouth flaps and the script, thinking about how that script fits into the mouth flaps, and then we roll in and we start to record it. So it's because of the complexity of an anime dub, even over some like live action dubs that they do sometimes ensemble. It really, it would be extremely difficult to pull off, I feel, and so we are recorded individually.
Okay, now both of you as actors, since this is a video, here's your chance to send a message to the fans. Look at the camera and deliver what you would like to tell the fans.
I would just like to say thank you guys so much for watching JJK. I hope you all are enjoying season 3. We are working very hard on it, and yeah, you guys are amazing. Without you, there's no us. So thanks.
Yeah, really, just it's so incredibly flattering how everyone is engaging with it, and it's just so fun, and it's a really engaged fan base in general. So just that energy that all of you bring to it, it really super makes it worth it, and I just have fun being part of the community. So thank you so much, and I look forward to more.
That's great. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Bob.
Yeah, thank you.